Hello everyone. Hi. What is up? Um so this is my first time loading The Sims 2 and playing it in 4 years. Yeah, the last time I played was 2016. What a different time. Was it that different? Yeah, kind of. Um, but yeah, okay, full disclosure, I actually did just uh load it technically because I was doing a test of like the sound quality and stuff, and I found that it's really difficult to hear myself uh with the music on, which by the way is why the music is not on. Um it's so like it really drowns me out even on like the lowest setting. Like I think I could maybe show you that if I go here. Hold on. And even the ambient noise like is kind of drowns me out. That's why you can see everything is pretty low, like really low. Music, I tried so hard. Look at how low I got it, and it was still too loud. But let me see if it even. Yeah, you can hear it, and I don't know. Like to me, I can barely hear this coming out of my speakers, but I'm pretty sure when it even at this volume, it's so loud. So yeah, I have to mute it. It's deceptively low, but trust me, well, we'll see when I listen back to it because it's like almost hard to believe that that could drown out my voice because again, I can barely hear it now, but um my voice and the 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 like what am I saying? The music from that comes out of the game that's generated by the game, we share a mic. So I don't have a separate mic. I'm using like the mic native to my computer, and it's not a good one. It's not a good one, clearly. At least not when it's battling for what for noises to pick up, because it just the music coming from the computer itself, from the game itself, just overwhelms. So yeah, so you get it. So I did a test run, and but I didn't play anything. I didn't like go into any of the houses. Uh, I just I just checked for sound. So we'll see. And also you can see like there's this like weird glitch, like whenever I move. Okay, it didn't do it now. Kind of did it there. Okay, okay, it does this thing though when I like move, and I don't know why. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know how to fix things like that or even really look into things like that. But anyway, um, if you're here from the, it's doubtful, but if you're here from my videos, like my picture videos where I'm going through like all my screenshots from gameplay, of which there are 14 videos, each one longer than the last. Not really, but they're long and so very understandable to skip. But yeah, if you're coming from there, you'll know like I sort of was giving like updating about my struggles, or not struggles but like my fears of even figuring out how to do this much, figuring out how to do this amount of gameplay. Um, or I mean, figuring out how to record gameplay, because it's hard. It's hard to figure out. In fact, hold on, I have to check if OBS is even working. I'm so like nervous. I'm gonna record for an hour and then it'll have not recorded. Hold on. Okay, I'm back and yeah, it's recording. I get really nervous about that because I'm a real proper novice when it comes to OBS. But there was a guy who helped Jesse Everything, I think his name is. I watched this video multiple times to figure out how to even use OBS. It was very helpful. That was the most helpful video. I watched a few OBS direction videos, and that one was definitely the best for me. Um, so anyway, so yeah, here we are in my hood, my Pleasant View, and like yeah, look at it. It's so there's so many houses. There's so much to you saw the glitch, but there's so much I never did and still have to do and want to do and all that. Um, but yeah, look at all of my families. My neighborhood is filled with plumb bobs of families, and oh my gosh, there's so much here. It's actually a little bit daunting, to be honest. But oh, and here's the Pleasant house. I was looking for that. It looks probably different. Can you tell? But yeah, look at this. Look at this. You can kind of tell it's different. Look at the cars. Oh man. They all have cars. That's why that's there. A little spoiler coming up. But not coming up. I already said it. They all have cars. But yeah, it's in fact you can see a lot of my families have cars. And there's the Goths, they have a car. The Burbs, they have two cars. The Dreamers have two cars. Yeah, this family, the Chancellor family, not a what do you call the Sims that come with the game? Native or I don't know, but they're not part of the original cast of characters. That's what I'll say. Um, but yeah, so I guess okay. So I was going through my game notes. Sorry, I got distracted. I was going through my game notes and I found the last family I played were the Pleasants. So that's who I'm gonna start with. And yeah, I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do this exactly, but I think I'm just gonna have to go house by house and rotate in that way because there's just so many families. I kind of forgot how well I didn't going through the pictures. I kind of remember like jogged my memory that I had a lot of families. Even without the pictures, I kind of remembered I had a lot of families. So yeah, but the last I played were the Pleasants, and so let's click on them. Yep, there's this. I have this for like everyone to like remind myself of what I did last time I played. I always give them a bio. Oh, and I gave them all birth years. And I just picked an arbitrary year for like to like start. Like I might have even assigned Lilith and Angela the their like birth years first, and then I made everyone else's birth year like based on their birth year and how old they were and how old it felt how old how do I say this sentence, how old it felt right to make everyone else. That was bad, but you get what I mean. um yeah, so this is their Lilith and Angela are at the front for some reason, and there's Mary Sue. How are they all doing? Oh, and Kenny, baby Kenny. So as you can see, there is a third child, but we'll get into that when we get into that. Um, yeah, so it says here in their little like family description that their birth year. which is 2012. Again, totally arbitrary number. It's like I'm also like keeping track of how or of what year it is, and it I don't know. It just helps me. I don't know. I guess it helps me keep track of everything and their ages. But yeah, so I wrote next Thursday they'll pay full complicated rent and taxes because I have a complicated rent and tax system that, while complicated, is so fun for me. Um, and I wrote it's currently Tuesday morning, so but sometimes I write this and it's like I don't update it, so it might not even be Tuesday. But we'll see. And then says Dan, or wait, Dan, yeah, Dan add MS, huh? Have had, oh, and, that's probably supposed to say and, I'll correct it now. Dan and MS, which would be Mary Sue, have had their reconciliation baby. Yep, that was part of their story. That's this little guy, Kenny, um, and love him dearly. They will be better parents to him, and while still making amends. Wait, what? They will be better parents to him while still making amends to Lil, because that was a part of their like story, was realizing um all the ways they'd hurt each other as spouses and all the ways they'd hurt their daughters, especially Lilith. As we all know, they were not good parents to Lilith, as the memories indicate. Um, and while I haven't been playing too a lot of this is fresh because I've been watching a lot for the past couple of years of Sims 2 channels like Pleasant Sims, and there's one called, I forgot her name. She's like Eastern European. I feel like her name is like Manticore or something. Something like that. And then there's another one called, oh, I forgot her name. There's so many. There's Spring Sims. There's, oh, I want to get the name right of this one because that was the one I've been watching mostly recently. Cause and she was like the final push to start. Well, not that's actually not quite true, but as like the pictures sort of indicate, this has been a long time coming. The picture videos that I made, um, but but they all kind of in their way inspired me to do it. But I didn't even say Annie Sim. Annie Sim was the first person who made me want to start playing in this way where I'm like sharing my stories with people. But that was like 4 years ago, so no, maybe three. That was like maybe 3 years ago where I discovered her channel and I was like, ooh, I want to do that, and then I didn't still for the longest cuz busy and lazy and busy. And then there were these two other ones that I wanted to say. Oh, there was the tides changing, and then another one called Mystic Library. So I've been watching, and then there was one even, oh, like an older one. I think like her name is Carissa. There are so many Sims 2 Simmers that I've been watching over the years that have like each in their own way made me want to play, but I couldn't do it until I was really ready to do it. Clearly, that's how that always works, right? So, what was my point in bringing up all those? Oh, so watching their videos is like refreshed my memory about a lot of things. But let me continue because I really do talk too much. But okay, so what did I say? They will be better parents to him while still making amends to Lil. Angela's graduated and is back home. She's been aged down appropriately. Good. Because, oh, I have a whole aging system where I don't know if this is going to mess up my game. There's so much that I haven't done that I don't yet know if these things I've done that are not mods, but they're stuff that is not like necessarily good for the game. That may mess it up, but we'll see. We'll get cross that bridge when we get to it. But so I aged them down. I aged everyone except for the baby. I aged them all down with the elixir of life to make them the appropriate ages because there's like an age system in my game where basically a day is a year, and I can't remember exactly what it is though. I can't remember, but each day of sim life has an equivalent age. When I get in there, I'll explain it better. But let me actually just finish reading this. Oh, I'm sorry. I just, this is what I do. I'll try to be better though. Okay, so she's been aged down appropriately. We'll maybe do a whole thing with Dustin coming by and apologizing about missing her graduation to work. Also need to shop and get her new clothes. I think I did that already though, because I'm pretty sure they all have like the clothes I meant for them to have. I think. Uh, More like what she wore at school. Because yeah, when she aged up, which I talk about in my last video, um, it was her outfit was not good, which is a common thing in The Sims. When they age up, it's not a good outfit. Also lower her outgoing by half. Oh yeah, I think her outgoing is like all the way full or something. It's crazy. So I might do that. I don't know if I did already though. I'll check. Lilith has dropped out. Okay, see, so like this is definitely an older update because Lilith dropped out like in her sophomore year, even though she was doing well in school. But she dropped out. Her story is like she dropped out because she realized what she wanted and what she didn't want, and she didn't want the structure of college. It wasn't offering her anything, and she was always the best in her classes, and it she felt it wasn't leading her anywhere. She had this idea of what she wanted to be and vision for herself, and she realized that college was not the way to get there. And that is Lilith's story, basically. Where was I? Back home, Penny. Oh, okay. I'll just start from the sort of top. Lilith has dropped out after doing well in school and moved back home, penniless but happy and knowing what she actually wants. Don't play again until Angela graduates, or you can to get Lilith started on her business, but turn aging off, which I do a lot. Even though a day is a year, I like cheat literally and like morally. I cheat that my own system because it's too fast sometimes. So, yeah. But let's actually go in there. Look at our family. I'm thinking I want to change Angela's outfit though. That's her out. I mean, not if. That's clearly her outfit, but I don't know. It feels too young. And she's like conventionally girly and all, but I don't know. This is a bit much. Uh, we'll see. Okay, so we're here in the Pleasant home, finally, and let's actually go to where Daniel is. I can't see him. Oh, because we're. Oh, there he is. Okay. Um, yeah. Hold on. See, this is a problem when I play while recording. It's so much slower. But we'll see how bad that really is when I'm done playing. Okay. So okay, so I guess I should go through each family member and all their stuff. So he's pretty good on everything. Maybe this is like right after they just moved back. That's possible because they like these two, Mary Sue and Daniel. They like had a thing where they left their house and like were on this retreat, quote unquote, to like work on their marriage, and then I had them living there with like it was like part of a program for couples to reconcile. And as you know, Daniel was this great cheater, and he used to be a romance sim. But as I explained in my other videos, but I'll have to reiterate everything because those were, again, probably not watched by many. I don't consider that aspiration to be romance, because wanting to, woohoo 5 Sims is not romantic. That is a sex addiction. Let's call it what it is, right? Um, so, no. I don't, I hate that trait so much. And for a Sim to have a successful long-term relationship, marriage, union, they have to not be that way. They have to be like faithful, and the romance trait, aka the sex addiction trait, is like inherently a trait of unfaithfulness. But Daniel kept wanting to remarry Mary Sue. I wasn't sure, I'm never sure which direction this is gonna go, and the wants of the Sims sort of inspire me to create their story. And Daniel kept wanting to remarry after he was kicked out, after he was caught cheating. So I interpreted that as him wanting to reconcile, and Mary Sue wanted to as well, and she had stuff with herself to work on, and all of that resulted in Daniel transitioning basically into a family sim, into a family man. And that's what he is now, as you can see. And so, yeah, that's some of his story. The memories are so long. Okay, and then there are all his things. Let's look through them one by one. These are his relationships. And as you can see, you get a glimpse into the people who are like not living in this household, but like, so Jennifer Burbs looks the same. This is his niece, Lucy Burb, and look, that's her hair now. She's in college currently. I'll just throw up the family tree. So all that's still intact. I was like, so one of the things that I gained from watching all of those Sims 2 YouTubers was, and like going more, in fact more of this insight was gained from Mod the Sims, because like there's all this stuff that I never tried while playing those years ago, and there's all this stuff also that I did do that I didn't think of as a problem until watching all these like people who are like, they're even more experienced with the game, and reading all the Mod the Sim people. So like I was never aware of firstborn syndrome, like something like that. So there are families I really need to check to see if that was something that occurred that I didn't notice, because yeah, I was so clueless about that. But what was my point here? Just, I guess that, what was I saying? I don't remember. I don't remember what I was saying. Okay, well, whatever. I just was wanting to look through their family. Cause like, okay, so one of the people I was watching, I can't remember which one, but they were like having all this stuff with like they accidentally deleted a gravestone or something, and or like yeah, I think they deleted like in the Dreamer family, the mom, the I think her name is Darlene. Like they did this I think a woman. There's so many random Sims 2 players. I don't remember all their names. Sorry. But one of them, she like deleted Darlene's gravestone, which I was vaguely aware was bad, but it made me like have to rethink. Did I ever delete a gravestone? And like so because she did that, like Darlene is missing from the family tree. That was the point I was gonna make. And I'm like glad to see right now all these faces are intact. So that's good. But these people's gravestones aren't in the game, so but like oh, all these signs of corruption to look for. I'm so aware of that now. So yeah, so this is Daniel's tree from or yeah, his family from his point of view. That's obviously Angela and Lilith and his son Kenny. Biological son Kenny, not adopted. He just like really looks like Mary Sue. Um and then Mary Sue, all those people are still there. Oh yes, her parents who came with the game. Herb and Coral Oldie. They had a house and oh man, that was before my game rules cuz she should have inherited the money from that house when it was sold, but I wasn't playing it like realistically back then, so now I would. But yeah. Uh okay, so what more did I want to say? Well, this is just his family. This is their family. Yeah. So, what else? There's yeah, so that's his sister Jennifer Burb, his niece. Who are all his people in this? Oh, Russ Bear. I wasn't aware of that name as one of the thieves of the town. That's his brother-in-law. That's his niece and his other niece. This is their third child. The Burbs' third child, and then Joel Joy. You'll learn about Joel later. Boy is his story fascinating. But we'll get there when we get there. Okay, and then his career stuff. Okay, so he's still in athletic. He's a coach. This is like too many days off. Like I know it's supposed to be a privilege to have so many days off, but I would rather they stuck to like a, I like them not being home. I like them working and not having to deal with them in the day. But okay, so he's amassed 3 vacation days. Ooh, 25 friends for the family. Yeah, that's because these two, especially her, she has so many friends, Angela. Oh, and he still has stuff to do if he wants to get ahead. But his job performance is great. I don't, like, okay, I haven't mentioned this, but I don't have any mods because I'm so aware now of this one mod where you can see the level, or is that considered a mod? I think so. Where you can see, like, the level, of a Sim's career. And so this just says coach, and I kind of wish I did have that mod, but I don't, and I don't know what level this is. Let's see his lifetime aspiration though. Oh, reach golden anniversary. Okay, that's sweet. That's doable. Did I say everything I wanted to? I think so. Probably not, but it's fine. There's a lot of game to be played. Okay, so his personality is this. This I have not altered. What's his story? I was seeing people check this, and I didn't even really mess with this for anyone. Since his father Jeff died without achieving his dream of going to Mars, Daniel felt Daniel has felt an overwhelming guilt. I feel like some of these are just random because I remember someone reading Mary Sue's and it's like really silly. Active and friendly, Mary Sue believes people are inherently good. She enjoys pottery. Oh, pottery. Okay. Or used to when she had the time. Okay, that, I don't know why I remembered that as silly. I guess maybe because I'm like, they don't have pottery in this game, but if you have free time, they do. And I have free time, but I have not actually installed free time. So that's something everyone seemed to have. Everyone has like a version of the game that was like available on Origin where you could just download all of the packs. But I'm still working off of a CD. So this is how like behind the times I am. Like there is a CD in my disk drive right now, and that is how I'm playing this game. And I really wish I had jumped on that Origin train and downloaded because it's so much easier and your CD doesn't get messed up. And maybe that's even connected to the glitchiness, but I don't know. But anyway, so back to Daniel for a split. I did his memories. That was what I was gonna do. But there's so many of them that I don't want to go through all of this. There's a lot though. There's a lot. And let's just see the most recent ones. He made best friends with his son Kenny, and his son was born. That's the most recent significant memory. And he made a BFF, his niece. Good. That's beautiful. This the the mailman? He just met him? Maybe, I wonder why. They probably had the female male woman, and then that was maybe their mailman at the retreat, the couple's retreat. Um, but what is the male woman's name? I feel like it's Dagmar. Some of these names. And this is probably, the moving out was probably when they moved into the couple's retreat house. And, oh, and then I did a thing too where I had to age him down. Like, he was an elder at one point, and then I realized, like, his age was all messed up. That was the other thing. Okay, so, like, there's a lot of memories. I don't want to go through them now, but, and probably never will, because there's too many. But, oh, they had their house. Yeah, I have pictures of their house being broken into. It's in the picture video if you're interested. Probably the last one, because that was one of the most recent things to have happened to this family, or in my gameplay. Okay, so, yes, Angela graduated. That was significant. Um, yeah, let me back up. Literally. Okay, and so, yeah, he's lived a life. And what's he attracted to? Oh, gray hair and charismatic. Huh. I might change this because this is like, if things are too stupid, I change it. I notice a lot of people are very like, they honor the like whatever Maxis aka throws at them, but like Sims are like dumb. So sometimes you have to take charge. So yeah. Okay. Rewards. He has 2 cell phones. Oh, and a pizza. And aspiration. Okay, he can afford quite a bit. Not, well, actually not that much, but okay, and his career rewards. Did he ever get that? Because he's pretty, no. Oh, yes, he did. He did get that. Do we have, I'm just gonna start right now, because this is something when I played that I completely overlooked. Again, so much in the game I never did or noticed. And so like this, I didn't like have this. I was reminded of the career rewards watching all other people play. Oh, I don't like the color of the flowers. I thought like I changed this. Like this was, I remember. First, let me put this down. I remember this was one of the things that I changed. This was like one of the last things that I changed. These used to be pink, and I'm like, no, it's better if they're contrasted with the red here. But I kind of wish these were pink again. Or red, maybe? because these are red. Maybe they were red. I'll leave it for now. Let's not get too caught up with the small stuff. But there's so much to show. This is probably just gonna be an introduction video because there's so much. So, and like everyone, plays the Pleasants differently, as I've learned from watching. And so this is how their house looks, and this is their elixir station. Hold on, let's get a better view. I can throw one of these away actually, because it's empty. Yes, so this is their elixir of life station, because as I said, I have to age them appropriately. So Daniel at the moment is 17, and in my game, I'll check. I've made a copy of my what is it called? My age thing in my phone, so I can just look at that. So 17 days from elderhood is the equivalent of being 52 years old. So Daniel is 52 years old. And yeah. So okay, where do I even not begin? I've already begun. But so this is their backyard. I think this used to just be one, and I added two because there's two of them. Of course, they would only have one for Angela because they were terrible once upon a time. But then I made it look better, and this is for their toddler. That's why I got that. And let's actually go upstairs. I'm all over the place, but okay. So look, yes, as you can see, their house has been redesigned. I redesigned it to make it like bigger, because if you'll remember, the way it was constructed before was so like strange, and it was like they were only utilizing like the center of their home, of their second floor. So I tore the whole thing down. I tried to build around it, but that was too difficult, so I had to tear the whole thing down and start from scratch, and just like try to remember from pictures and stuff what it looked like before. And I really contemplated, because I made it part of their story that while the girls were away, they renovated their top floor, their second floor, and it didn't always look like this, even for them. And I really contemplated whether I should get rid of this childlike paint for Angela's room, but I decided Angela's very sentimental, and just like she kept her dollhouse, which did not come with the game, but it's part of her story. In my game, she had a dollhouse, and just like she kept her dollhouse, she requested her mother and father keep her walls as they were when she was a kid, because it just brings her comfort. And yeah, so this is her renovated room. This is Lilith's renovated room. Let's get a better angle. Yeah, and it's a little smaller, and I didn't mean for it to be smaller, but it still fits, like, it's still a big room that fits like most of her stuff. The only thing it didn't fit was her desk, but you know what? In her room she has drums. Angela doesn't have that. They basically have all the same things. They both have a mirror, they both have a dresser, and I believe this one's more expensive. And they have both had desks, even though originally Angela was the only one who had a desk and a computer. But then, part of the being better was like being fairer parents, being more fair as parents, and so that would include obviously giving them equal things and sort of yeah, compensating in a sense Lilith with 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 making up to her how they've mistreated her. So doing things like buying her this very expensive drum set because it's something she wanted as a kid, but they were like, no, that would be too loud. But as they got older and became better parents, they gave that to her as actually a teenager. And I have pictures of that. There again in the picture videos. If I'm not, I might be. I don't want to make this promise, but maybe possibly I'll insert some pictures of like the girls from their teenage years here. Because I really loved how I dressed Lilith and my interpretation of her fashion expression. I liked it better than what EA put her in, especially her hair. Like when she was a teenager, her hair was a mohawk, and it was also dyed blonde as a teenager. And then like for a minute, she went back to red hair, like after college. But then she dyed it blonde again, and is keeping it in this like pixie cut, and that feels right for her. And so again, it's a family computer now, and then this is their baby brother Kenny's room over here in the corner. And then this is like just a sort of office. And yeah, it's just kind of an office for anyone, for everyone. Maybe the computer should actually go in there. Um, but yeah, so that's their top floor now. And I think it looks a million times better because it was so awkwardly shaped before. But okay, back to the basics and the introduction. So now let's go to Mary Sue, also doing pretty well. Little low in the aspiration stuff. Oh, she still wants to become the mayor. Okay, she's still a fortune sim and still in the political career track, I'm betting. Yep, congressperson, and she still has a ways to go. Um, and these are her relationships. And so, as you can see, she's pretty good with her family. Actually, better. Oh, because, yeah, Lilith has actually been living with her, so it's been easier to maintain the relationship with Lilith. And Angela just sort of came back from college recently, so it dwindled a bit. And then, though, this is her baby, her son, and this is her sister-in-law, her best friend Cassandra. That relationship is doing well. Some random woman called Chrissy Stratton. Lucy, that thief guy. This is a sim I created called Mark Weinstein. He has a family in town. Mike Hall, game generated sim. Her niece Chelsea, and that's where it ends for the. Oh, she doesn't really have the best relationship with her brother-in-law, and she not a good one with her. This is her nephew. This is John's second son with Jennifer, and yeah, that's him. Okay, so those are the people she's closest to. Then yes, we did this already, and she's attracted to facial hair, so that's something Daniel has. And mechanical. Does he have high mechanical skills? I don't know. What's her personality like? But actually, I want to see this before I forget. Oh, I didn't do his interests, and I'm not going to because it's too much stuff. But where's... What am I looking for? Skills. Where would skills be? I can't remember. Oh, yes, job. So let's see Daniel's. Oh, he does have a high mechanical skill. So that probably helps the attraction. Great. Okay, so she's average, neat, very quite outgoing. You can say Angela got it from her. She's more active than lazy. She's pretty serious, and she's kind of grouchy. That's not great, but it is. It is what it is. What else? What else? Wait, do we do? Okay, that's good. She's into politics. Okay, well, fine. We'll do Daniel's very quickly. Okay. Sports. That fits, because that's his career. And money and kind of into politics. Good, good, good. And health. Okay. And she's very much into politics. Good, fits with her career. And paranormal and work. I mean, work is so vague, right? And travel, which they have not done. They haven't had a family vacation. Well, they can't do one yet because the baby. Well, they could do one without him. I don't know. We'll see. Um, okay, so this is her stuff, her memories. She had a great party. What was that party for? Had a family reunion. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh my god. I'm like gonna cry. No. But what? And now that helps me, I think. Hold on, let me just see something here. I think this party might have been Kenny's. Wait, what's this? Okay, it all kind of is connected. That's the delivery lady, the pizza lady. Okay, so I think this party was Kenny's birthday party, and but his birth. I guess Daniel wouldn't have the party memories because he didn't throw it. Obviously, Mary Sue did. Okay, so the birth is on the second page. Okay, so she had probably Kenny's birthday party, and then at that birthday party, I remember like all of the family was there. So I didn't know Sims could have a family reunion, like a specific memory like that. That is so cool, and I don't even recall like any of the Sim players I've been watching with a memory like that. That is, oh my gosh, I'm just like, that's beautiful. That is awesome that that exists. I didn't know that existed. Wow. Okay, okay. So let's move. Oh, wait, I did chemistry already. I did all of this already. Okay. What's in her wallet? No. Does she have her thing? Or is she, oh, she does. Cool. I was never looking at this stuff, and I kind of don't know where to put it either. But I'll just put it out here for now, because this I just never looked at all. Um, but it's good to check on that and to utilize those perks. I think Angela's into the same thing she is. I think we'll see. She's next. So yeah, that's all Mary Sue stuff, I think. Um, oh, her age, that's the other thing. Okay, so she's 23 days from elderhood, and that equates to being, let me check. That equates to being 46 years old. And by the way, cuz I'll just say now, the Kenny is like 4 years old. he's at the beginning of his thing, yep. And so he's 4 years old cuz he was had like, well, the story's supposed to go that he was had like after the girls left for college, um after Daniel and Mary Sue reconciled, which is, well, they were working on all of that when the girls were teenagers, and then they yeah they they finally were in a really good place, and they had their third child. Okay, but let's go to Angela. She's got the college graduate box, and I saved be friends with Francis. Oh, Francis J. Worthington the first. Is that what that? Okay, I gotta look into that. Um, and then be friends with this lady, and then invite someone over. Yes, she's a popularity sim, so all of her stuff is like popularity centric. Oh, she has the same aspiration as her mom. She does want to be in politics. Does she though? Let me just jump ahead and see. Okay, see, so she's like, she's too neat. And I guess I did this because there's the line. I guess I felt like her personality would be that of a neat person. Um, and she's very sloppy inherently, innately, when you get her. And it didn't feel right. And then I made her really outgoing because I guess. Oh, yeah, I did. I said this. I modeled her after Rachel Berry in my mind. And Rachel Berry is very outgoing. And I thought of that as a thing, as a quality Angela would have. But it makes her jump into pools and like hot tubs naked. I don't know about pools, but hot tubs certainly. She's done that, and it's like it almost doesn't feel right that she would do that, but I don't know. We'll see if I want to keep that. And then that's how active she always was, very active, and she's always been quite playful. And she was once just kind of average nice, and they made her super duper nice. But let's go to the beginning. This is her stuff. She's in a good mood. I think she just came from work, and this is her car. And by the way, let me just show that for a minute. So that's like her coworker. So this is her car. This is probably Daniel's car, because I always go like stereotypical and give like the guy the cool car. Mary Sue has the sensible car. And this is Lilith's car. And she deliberately chose this one. This wasn't like another, because this is one of the like, this is like the cheapest car, I think. And that wasn't like her parents being unkind to her or unfair to her. That was just like the one she thought was coolest. And Angela, of course, chose something more sensible like her mother. Yeah. So, okay. But back to the stuff. Did I do? Yep. And then her relationships. See, she's on great terms with her sister. No more of that bickering. They both eventually realized that both of their ways of expression and being were valid even though they're different. And that is what distance. They started learning it when they were in their older teen years, and arguing a little bit less, and Lilith having to like have her sister's back from some bullies made her like team family before everything. And she yeah, that helped them reconcile, and the parents being better helped them reconcile and all that stuff. Okay, so she's on good terms with her mom, on good terms with her dad. This is the coworker. And then this is her little brother. Not much of a relationship yet, because she just came back from college, like in their world, like a couple of days ago, I think. And that's her cousin, and that is her, oh, her sorority sister. And then this is also her sorority sister, Marla Biggs. Wait, Lakshmi Cox. I don't really like that name. That name is like suspiciously in the innuendo family. I really think it is. Those designers, those developers, they had quite a sense of humor. Um, but okay, so this is Marla Biggs, also her sorority sister, and then Gemma, and then Jessica Worthington. I'm trying to think if I wanted to say something about Gemma. No, but this is Gemma. Yes, Gemma's the sorority founder for the sorority at Academy Latour. Said this before, but if you're new, which of course you would be, most people would be, just a little thing that I did, because Academy Latour does not have a sorority or fraternity So I had to create a sorority and fraternity founder, and the sorority founder was Gemma, and her husband, because of course they're destined to be together, is the fraternity founder there, and that's Brad Chancellor. And yeah, they like Lilith was like, or not Lilith, Angela was like the fourth recruit for the sorority, and it's really decked out. It's a beautiful. They're beautiful. They're like mirrors of each other, but you'll see that later. And then Jessica Worthington. Oh, she was actually created to be a okay, because Francis J. Worthington, he is a character that comes with the game. I think originally he's supposed to be at La Fiesta Tech, but there's also a thing about that. Gotta explain all this. Is that I connected all of the what are they? All of the universities to Pleasant View, so the characters have options, and then I made it like they represent like three types of colleges. Like Academy Latour is the most prestigious one, and it's like the Harvard, the Oxford, the Yale, and then Sim State is like the state school, also good, but doesn't have that clout to it like a Harvard, and it's like Penn State and or any state school. And then La Fiesta Tech, actually La Fiesta Tech is the kind of more like the Penn State, because I have it in my mind that Penn State, I'm pretty sure is like was voted like top party school at some point in the last decade. So I like forever have it in my mind as a party school, and that's really what La Fiesta Tech is supposed to represent. But it's both. It's like a party school, but also like an art school, and it's also thirdly, it's it's also where I have my community college, which I will explain and get into much later. But for now, let's just go through uh, Angela's relationships. Okay, so there's Jessica. Oh, did I explain Jessica Worthington? Okay, so Francis, his name is like originally Francis J. Worthington the third, but then I'm like, anyone he marries, if they take his last name, is gonna have third at the end of their name, which is so dumb. Same problem with Landgrab, but I didn't do this yet with him. But I made Jessica to marry Francis, and just to take her last name, so his last name is normal, and then um yeah, did I say that right? Take her last name, yeah. Okay, and then they'll divorce because I have plans for who he will marry. That's a whole other story that I'll get to soon enough, but not right now. And she'll just be a playable sim in the sorority and have her own life. I don't know what I'll do. Like the thing is, like every time a sim significantly impacts my sim, like a main sim's life, they kind of have to become part of the story, or I kill them off, because I don't like having a bunch of loose ends when where Angela is friends with someone who her theoretical daughter or granddaughter, grandson is also friends with. Um, 2 generations later, because nothing became of that character. But anyway, but that doesn't really apply to NPC or to like service sims, like the mailman or woman or the grocery people. That can stay. Because they don't impact my sim's life really. Anyway, okay, so then she's also friends with Cameron, who is another sorority sister, but this she actually graduated. And then Alexander Goth is a famous sim, is a well-known sim, and he was in the fraternity because he's of course a legacy kid, being a goth, so he easily got into the fraternity. And we'll just say this fraternity always existed, and Mortimer was in it. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, and okay, this is another sorority sister, so that's why she has so many friends. Um, and then she's like really, I mean, her character is like really peppy and happy and loving of a good family reunion. I didn't know that that's a thing that could be acknowledged in the game. That's so awesome. Um, and she loves to keep in touch with all of her family and make good friends and good healthy relationships with them and all that stuff. So this is her aunt, her uncle, her cousin, and this is another sorority sister, and then Francis J. Worthington, and they're like friends, but they're maybe he doesn't feel the same way about her. Um, I have to, I don't know, maybe make them talk to get them into the friend zone, but in a good way. Okay. And oh, she still has Dustin. Still, Dustin has her heart. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. This is a toughie. I still don't know. Inspiration's not hitting me. She had this guy, Anthony, was her crush throughout all of college. Then it turns out he's into a cheerleader, and that was real. That really happened. He was like, because I kind of immediately choose an endgame person if I get an endgame vibe or if I want that for the story. And that's what I wanted for the story. But then he had like one bolt with her, and now he doesn't even have that. And I don't know why the bolt is gone. And then, but then this cheerleader, the cheerleader who would always come by, he had three bolts with her. So I'm like, why would I make him be with Angela? So that's a very easy storyline to interpret, as you know, she had this crush, but he liked this cheerleader instead, and so she came back with from college without a soulmate, which is normally fine, and even in the game it's fine. It's just like, now what am I gonna do? Because I really thought she would, like, her story is that she outgrew Dustin. Because he dropped, he didn't even drop out. He got kicked out of college. He got into, we'll say, his story is he made it as far as community college. And I mean, this was before I was playing with like community college rules and stuff, but that fits more, so I'll just call it community college, but it was really just regular college. But it was community college, and he went there, and he has like a story that's actually very similar to Ant. It's so funny. Like, I really didn't do that on purpose. I kind of didn't even notice that was a thing. That was a parallel they were experiencing in their university experiences. But it was. He also had a crush on unrequited love, and his love interest was blonde. So they kept it in the hair family. That sounds weird. But yeah, so Dustin has a bit of a sad story too, and so he left unceremoniously. He got kicked out without even a bachelor, or a bachelor. Well, yeah, a bachelor's degree, but without even a degree. Um, so that is what Dustin is dealing with, and now he lives. Well, I won't say all that yet because it's not his turn. Okay, so this is her old crush and her unrequited love, and this is her cousin Chelsea Verb, and good relationship with her, and this is her a neighborhood friend Laura von Strasser, and then Haley is the next most liked person, and those are her faves, her strongest relationships. And we don't need to see the family tree. Um, okay, she's a horoscope writer. She's in journalism. Okay, that's why she's dressed like that. What else? What did I wanna do or say? She have badges? No. Um, so she's new to this job because I really kind of want to get the level thing. I don't want to have to look it up and to know what level this is, but I have to look it up. I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah. Okay. So what else? What else? So that's her personality. I think I already explained that. I did. What's this? Oh, her reputation. Do they have a reputation? Barely. What about her? No, nothing on the Richter. Okay, so that's her interest. What's she most interested in? Animals, travel kind of, weather, school. Wait, oh, it didn't go over. Okay, and oh, she's not really, I mean, she is, but it's not her like passion. Culture. And see, originally I was like gonna have her pursue a Rachel Berry like career and want to do drama, but then she had this as her lifetime want, and I'm like, oh, that also fits that she would follow her mother. So, but she's not really. I mean, she kind of is, and I could have her read a magazine to be more interested in it, but I don't know. Environment, culture, entertainment, those do more align with the drama career path. We'll see. People change careers IRL, so maybe she will. Okay, these are her memories. Is this a, yep, family reunion? Oh, that's awesome. Because she was at that party that for her baby brother. And she got a promotion. And Daniel grew up well. She doesn't have her. Oh, she got a job? I don't see her brother's birth on her in her memories though. Okay, so just all the basic stuff. Graduated with honors. I want to see where Lilith. Oh, what's this? Became big woman on campus. What does that even mean? Maybe because she had a lot of friends. She did have a lot of friends. I didn't even know this was in her memories. There's so much. Oh, and then this is stuff about like Lucy doing well. But I'm just specifically looking for when Angela left school and if it's a bad memory or not. All of that's just growing up well. Oh, or did I say Angela? I meant Lilith. When Lilith left school. I don't think it's in there. This is when she joined the Greek house. Oh, she changed aspirations a lot. Yeah, I did that a lot. Oh, okay, so that's when the went to college even started. So, huh. That's probably about Lilith. Yep, that's Lilith. So she doesn't even have a memory of her sister leaving college at all. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, and then her turn ons. Red hair. I think I changed that because, which as you could see, that's what all those. I use this a lot too, the reprogram self, to make them. Because, first of all, IRL, people change what they like all the time. But second of all, it fit the story because I was originally, again, gonna have her marry this dude. And I needed them to be as compatible as possible. But I don't know. That'll have to change, won't it? Uh, okay. And then what's in her inventory and stuff? I wonder where this is from. This must be like. Why does she have 5 chairs? I couldn't tell you. She has a phone. She has an MP3 player. I don't know what this is from. She might have been one of the people who just like went to maybe Ramirez's Fine Furnishings or whatever it's called and bought 5 chairs. But see, sometimes I have Sims like be gifted things that are supposed to represent money. So I don't know. Maybe this was supposed to represent money. I want to see how much it costs. Wait, why did I do that? Go back. How do you find out how much it costs? Okay, okay, I have to leave that out and go to buy mode. Okay, see, it's exactly $1,000. That makes me feel like it was money as a gift that was supposed to represent something, but from who? Who would give her $5,000? Because she has 5 of these chairs. Where would that come from? She doesn't. Maybe her grandparents? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Should I keep this? I just can't think of anything she's gone through that would warrant her having this money. I might sell those. Okay, well let's go to finally, not finally, the baby's last. But let's go to Lilith. She's not doing great right now. I mean, she's not doing bad, but what is this? Really changing to oh, because she's a pleasure sim. Oh, yeah, I said she's a popularity sim, which she used to be too. I guess I changed her into a pleasure sim. Oh, and you can see she didn't graduate college, but it's not like, I think when they get kicked out, the memory is like red, or not red, not memory. It's the or but this thing is red. The like life stage is marked with like a red X or something. I don't remember exactly, but I think this is how it looks when you willingly like drop out versus get kicked out. I'll have to check what Dustin's looks like to confirm. Okay, but so let's go to this stuff. Oh, we're in her relationships. She also has quite a few good friends. Did I see someone very pale over there? I feel like I saw a pale person. No, I guess not. I thought I saw a vampire in her friend in her relationships. Okay, so this is Angela, and this is oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's her sister, obviously. Okay, so she's on good terms with all of her family. Oh, least of all with Daniel, but still good. Um, and then her brother. I guess that's the least of all, was her brother. And then her dude, Dirk, who like dyed his hair for her, and or like because he was inspired by her. She only has one bolt for him though. I wonder where it went. Well, let me just fast forward. Oh, because she likes black hair, and now his hair is red. That makes sense. Okay. And this was her, like, I interpret as her roommate, even though college students don't have roommates. Also, she went to La Fiesta Tech. Angela, meanwhile, went to, Academy Latour, of course. And so this was her roommate, Rosemary. I can't say that last name. And then this is the guy who robbed them, who, so weird how they sort of become friends if you don't do anything with the relationship. Um, yeah. And then this is obviously her cousin who was, well, I was gonna say was, I was gonna say it backwards. Angela or Lilith was Lucy's biggest inspiration when they were teenagers. She like so looked up to her, and she went through like a punk goth phase herself because of Lilith. And again, if I am not lazy, which I probably will, so sorry I didn't do it if I didn't do it. I'll try to maybe put some pictures of teenage Lucy. But don't count on it. Okay, and then this is Roxy. This was her other roommate at some point from college, and that's her cousin Chelsea, and that's Haley Kimbrell, a random townie who she made good friends with. And then John Burb, and then her uncle, and then her cousin, then her aunt, who she's actually not great friends with, but it's not too bad. Did we do her brother already? Yeah, he's there. Okay, so those are all her people, and oh no, we don't need to do it. Okay, and then she's currently unemployed. Very fitting for her. She's she's in a transitional period because again they just graduated. Oh, let me show you their ages. And this I actually don't need to check because I remember the start of it, what all Sims get aged down to when they graduate, or or if they don't do college and they just go straight into uh, adulthood, they get aged down to 50 days from elderhood. So they would take one more elixir, and then I would just sort of play it like 51. It's supposed to be 51, but you can't get it that precise. So, and 51 is supposed to represent 18, being 18 years old. And then 47 represents being 22 years old. And they're both 22 years old. 47 days away from adulthood or elderhood. Cause yeah, that's the average age, at least in America, you are when you graduate college. So her thing was like she realized in college she didn't want to do the conventional path, but right now she's still trying to figure out how to make her dream of becoming an artist come true. Yeah, that makes more sense for her. So that's her story, and she's just trying to figure out how to, on her own, uh, make a life for herself in the art world. Yeah. Okay. um, and so yeah. So but currently she's had many jobs though, but just right now she doesn't have a job, and she's fully, fully maxed out in her creative skill. And she likes black hair again. We went over that kind of, and logical, which they're things that Dirk is. And she's okay. I kept her very sloppy, and she's quite shy. That seems backwards. Her and Angela should almost switch this. But that's also a silly stereotype. Just because you're like a punk kind of girl doesn't mean you can't be sort of an introvert, which is kind of what being shy is, kind of. Um, and then she's very active. That's something she has in common, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're both quite active. And then she's average with seriousness. She's lost serious or playful points. I don't think I did that though. I think that might be like, I think that might be how like the game made her and it's supposed to symbolize how sad she's become. I don't know. I might have done that and just forgotten. And then she's nicer than she used to be, which I do think I did that. Um, okay, we're moving on. What are her interests? Paranormal, toys, sci-fi, kind of sports and travel, culture. Again, quite vague. Oh, well, no, 'cause that's like art. That fits. Although I do wish it was maxed out, but this is good. That fits for her. Zero interest in politics. That's perfect. Crime. Okay, it's like if she had been treated worse, she could have gone that route. Wait, but is this like criminal justice, like fighting crime or becoming a criminal? Because these could all mean any of those things. Does she want to be the burglar or catch the burglar? Um, we don't we I guess it's up to interpretation. Okay, and food, that could be culinary, but right, and maybe she'll get a job in that temporarily. That would be so perfect for her to be a wait. What is the like neutral term for them? Or not even neutral. There's like a more respectable name for waiters now. It's like server, which actually seems worse. I remember hearing server was the like better alternative, and I'm like, you're like literally marking them by their servitude, which sounds worse than waiting, than being. I don't know. I would prefer to be called a waiter over a server, but whatever. That is not important right now, or really at all. Um, okay, and she also has the family. That blows my mind. I did not know that was a thing. I guess it came with, I don't know, what did that come with? Was that always a thing? That probably came with apartment life. I think apartment life is the last thing I installed. I gotta install free time at some point. Yeah. So this is just nothing really of note. Oh, she quit a job. That's Lilith. And her sister graduated. Definitely, I knew that wouldn't be her. Angela grew up well. That's a happy memory. Oh, probably this is the graduation party when like all the family was there. She got a promotion. Got another promotion. Got demoted, but we're going backwards. Burglar. Got a promotion. And another one. She was getting high in whatever career path that was. Quit another job. What career was that? Does it say? Oh, okay. Journalism. Same? Yeah, journalism. And what job was this that she quit? That would be more her speed. The music track. And got another job. That was the journalism job. Okay. And yeah, so that's been Lilith. Quitting and getting promotions and then quitting. Because it's not what she wants. It's not what her heart wants. And then in another like game file, I keep track of their funds. Even though I've seen the mods, there's a great mod out there that lets you like keep track of that in the game and like give them all separate accounts. But I'm like scared of mods. That's why I don't have any. And that's basically everything. Except also her inventory, which is she has 2 of these things for some reason, and a painted 7 painted canvases. What are these things? This is like all the stock painting stuff. The creepy clowns, that abstract thing, this non thing, this sort of skylight, another one, and what's his face? What will I do with these? None of them are good enough to make it to the gallery. So she's like still trying to find that internal strength to like do what she wants even if it doesn't make a ton of money. Even though she's a pretty privileged kid, because like look at this house. But yeah. Okay, so she's got why did she have this? I think they must have been like customers at a store. That has to be it. And she's got one of these. And oh, she has her own tombstone of LND and a sim modder, which every sim gets, every family gets. I don't know, I guess I used this when she I actually don't know when. Let me look again. I don't know when I used it. She never really. Oh no, she did live on her own for a minute. She lived on her own in college. So maybe it was there. She lived with. She really was her roommate. She lived with Rosemary, and that tough looking girl. What is her name? This girl, Roxy. Yeah, Roxy Sharp. She lived with these two, and they had their own apartment. That was her sophomore year, and then she realized college wasn't for her, and I already explained that. Okay, so that's oh no, there's still a baby. Okay, he's pretty simple though. His life has not been long. So he's at the very start of his toddlerhood, and oh, and he's doing okay right now. And this is his family, and his relations are really just his family. And he has a relationship with Ricky, probably because he was at the party, and he asked him for attention. His birthday party. Yeah. And he has one charisma skill already from that bunny, and we can also say it's because of like his it's a inherited trait from his mother, who is quite charismatic because of her job, and she talks to him a lot, even though he hasn't learned to talk yet. But that's the story, and we're sticking to it. Okay, and oh, I didn't even look at his his personality ever. This is like kind of my first time, I think, or at least it didn't stick. Okay, okay. He's quite neat, very outgoing, very active, just like both of his sisters, and yeah, active like both of them, outgoing like Angela, though we might need to dial that back, maybe. Who else is outgoing? Yeah, okay, she is outgoing. And Daniel's shy. But yeah, Mary Sue is outgoing, so that's like where he gets it from, I guess. And he's like, yeah, active like his sisters and serious and kind of on the mean side. So yeah, he really fits in with this family. And that's great. And what are his interests? These change as they age, don't they? I think they do. So we'll check it again later. But for now, it's like paranormal. Paranormal is winning. Okay. And his memories are so, yeah, he had a family reunion and made best friends with his mom. His with Daniel. Had two best friends. Yeah, okay. So none of this is really interesting. Of course nothing's in his inventory. Maybe I'll give him the extra renew chug thingy that Lilith has in her inventory. Okay, so this intro was like so long without even any gameplay. And so I think I want to split this into two parts. Because this is so long, I think, already. And what I want to do before I go, though, is figure out a place to put this in the house. Where can we put this couch? I kind of don't want to sell it. I like that there's a couch here. Oh, and by the way, let me just point out, I bought this doggy bed because I found out like at the end of my gameplay, that Sims could sleep in the doggy beds, or toddler Sims can sleep on the doggy beds, and we don't even need to call it a doggy bed, and it's a cat bed too. We don't need to call it a pet bed. We don't need to acknowledge that part. It's just a little cushiony place for any small creature to sleep on. So that's perfect. And yeah, that's how I'll think of it. And that is for when he's tired down here and everyone is too like busy or tired to bring him up to his bedroom, so he can just crawl or walk over here and sleep on that thing. And actually because this is already, see that glitchiness that happens with the graphics card, but this is already workout themed, so let's put this with the other workout stuff. And where do we put the podium, though? I don't know. Maybe I just suck it up. Let this plant be. See, I'm sorry about the glitchy thing. Whenever I place an object, it the graphics card or the graphics just goes kind of bonkers. So sorry about that. Maybe this can go on. No, this will block the entryway. Oh, it could just be next to the baby. The high chair. Okay. Yeah, I think you can get through here. Sometimes Sims are really annoyingly tripped up by things like this. This should be easy, but they make it so difficult sometimes. Okay, so I think this is fine. Plants in the corner. Is there anything on the walls over there? No, right? Yeah, no. So the plant can be by the window, which fits. And what is this? This is the phone, I think. And it's the alarm. And yeah, okay. This is fine. And then this is here now. And this makes sense because it didn't really ever make sense for Sims to have, like, or for this family to have a, what do you call it, a TV here and here. Like, not necessary, a bit excessive. And no TVs upstairs. Now there is a TV upstairs, except it is so close. But, you know, that's okay. It kinda has to be. Yeah. That's fine, right? Oh my gosh, I just had an epiphany. That looks less crowded. um, yeah, I guess this has to work for now. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I won't. We shall see. But for now, this is how we will keep it. And, oh, the plates. The plates can be lowered. I just learned. Not just learned, but I just, like, remembered. Plates don't need to be, or the pictures don't need to be that high. Okay. Place. Okay. And actually, this can be higher. Oh, this was like not on the grid. I don't feel like entering that that cheat in to make it, because I don't even remember the cheat that that allows you to put things, you know, off the grid and not and to center them. Um, I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm gonna go now. And the next time, in the next video, I'll actually be playing these people. Now that you've, oh, been introduced to them, this is still here. Oh my gosh. Silly me. Where do I put this thing? Will it fit upstairs? Uh, Not ideal, but it's a work in progress. I'll probably change that at some point. Maybe. We'll see. I'll save it for now. Actually, before I save, I'm gonna change this. I don't like the color. It's so shallow and it's a waste of money, but they have so much money. Let's see. Try pink. That's fine, right? I don't know, but I'm gonna save anyway. Okay, I'm back after saving and making a few additional changes, as you can probably see. So I will go now, and I will be back with a video of actual gameplay. And I mean, kind of depends on how watchable this one is. No, I'll be back regardless. So thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you at the next video. Goodbye.